everyone, students. Today we are going to learn about the last topic of cesarean section, that is very important, our part, nursing management. So in the nursing management we have pre-operative management. Pre-operative means before the surgery. First point, patient should be physically prepared, that is abdomen, back and private part and upper part of thigh are shaved and clean. Okay, that is physical preparation. Why means why we need to shave the back? Because of anesthesia. Okay, and the abdomen for and the private part. So these are the first like physical preparation. The second point, prepare mother psychologically by providing assurance and explaining the indication, procedure and need of the cesarean section. So you have to give a counseling, or you have to like explain the mother why you are asking her to go cesarean section, what is the need of it. Okay, next is administration of IV infusion of 50% dextrose to avoid the hypotension following the spinal anesthesia. The infusion line is maintained patent by an intravenous cannula. See, there will be a administration of IV infusion. The next one is blood group and cross match for the emergency requirement. So before sending, before surgery, they have to go for a blood group and cross match, like if it is needed. Okay, the bladder should be emptied by inserting the Foley's catheter, and this may be done before and after induction of anesthesia. Mother should be in NPO for about 8 hours. NPO means nil par oral. It means the mother can't drink or eat anything orally. Okay. The patient should be in clean gown. Valuable ornaments should be taken off and all makeup should be removed. Like there should not be any ornament or jewelries that should be taken off. If it is elective cesarean section, then ranitidine 150 mg should be given orally in the night before and the repeated 1 hour before surgery to prevent like any gastric problem. Okay, so these are the pre-operative management. Okay, nursing responsibility. Next we will see the post-operative care. So in the post-operative we have some like categories. Like first one you can say immediate care, like within 4 to 6 hours. What are the management or care you have to give? The first one, in the immediate recovery period, the blood pressure is recorded in every 2 hours. The wound must be inspected half hourly to detect any blood loss. The lochia are the inspected and the drain should be small initially following general anesthesia. The woman is nursed in left lateral or recovered position until she is fully conscious. Next one is analgesic is given as prescribed. Next one is first 24 hours. That we have seen immediate means last first 4 to 6. Next is first 24 hours. IV fluids are continuous. Blood transfusion is helpful in if the mother is anemic. Okay, it is in case of anemia we can go for blood transfusion. Parental antibiotics is usually given for first 48 hours. Analgesics is form of pethidine 75 to 100 mg are given as needed. Ambulation is encouraged following day of surgery and baby is given to the mother. Ambulation means movement, walking. Okay. Next, third part, after 24 hours. What you have to do? TPR are usually checked every 4 hourly. Orally feeding is started with clear liquid. So first day there is NPO. There is only fluid, parental fluid we can give. But after 24 hours, they will be started with the like clear liquid and then advance to normal diet. Okay, first clear, then solid, like soft, then they will go for normal diet. The IV fluids are continued for about 48 hours. Catheter may be removed on the following day when the woman is able to get up to the toilet and she should be helped to get out of the bed. The mother must be encouraged to take rest and provide care of the baby and should breastfeed the breast. Like normally what happen in case of normal delivery within 30 minutes we will ask the mother to feed, but in this case like after 4 to 6 hours we will start or we will initiate the breastfeeding. Next is complication of cesarean section for mother, that is postpartum hemorrhage, that is related to uterine atony and rarely blood coagulation disorder. Now, what do you mean by uterine atony? It is a condition when what happen normally after the delivery. See, in during the pregnancy, the uterus will become very big because of the growing of the baby. So when the baby will deliver, again slowly the uterus it will go back to the normal state by contracting and relaxing. So in case of uterine atony, it will fails to contract. Okay. Next is shocks related to blood loss. If there is more blood loss, there is a chance of shock. Anesthesia hazard, there will be a side effect of anesthesia. Sepsis means inspection, secondary PPH, secondary postpartum hemorrhage. Postpartum is after delivery. Then thrombosis. Thrombosis means formation of blood clot and the lung infection. Okay, so these are the complications that we can see in the mother. Now, like late complication, that is earlier. Late you can see that menstrual irregularity, chronic pelvic pain, and the backache. And this is the very common one, backache. Those who have undergone cesarean section, in the future they will have that back pain. Next, in the fetus. In the fetus, we can see iatrogenic prematurity. What do you mean? See, iatrogenic means it's related to illness caused by medical examination or treatment. Like because of medical treatment or because of medical drugs that we have given for good purpose, but it affect baby as a complication. Next is respiratory distress syndrome. Injury to baby due to surgical knife. While you are cutting the or while you are making the incision, doctor surgeon they are making an incision on the abdominal one, there is a chance that can harm the baby. Then bath asphyxia due to anesthesia. So with this we have completed our cesarean section, and this is the last part. Thank you everyone.